Well, it's a good evening from wherever you're watching us from. You're just in time for the 9 p.m. wrap live at our Orbit TV studios. I am your captain, Jesse Gitonga. Landing gears disengaged. Let's take off. Remember, you can join in the coverage live through our social media platforms at Orbit TV Kenya, hashtag the 9 p.m. wrap, or you can reach out to me on my social media platforms at the Jesse Tosh. Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has declared he will not honor any summons from the National Cohesion and Integration Commission over alleged hate speech unless former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is also summoned, accusing the commission of applying double standards. Speaking during a wedding ceremony in Garissa on Sunday, Duale said the day the NCIC summons Gachagua is the day it should summon him, insisting he would not appear before the commission ahead of the former deputy president. He said that if he is ever accompanied by the lawyers to the NCIC, Gachagua should be accompanied by his own, but maintained he would not walk into the commission's office before Gachagua does.
Wewe ambaye saa hizi unaongea juu yangu, ulisimama jukwaa ukasema wakati Ruto alikutana na sisi viongozi wa North Eastern na wakaaji wa Mandera, wewe ulisema rais amekutana na Al-Shabaab. Wewe ulisimama jukwani unapiga kifua kila siku ya kwamba watu wangu, watu wangu, watu wangu. Sisi pia tuko na watu.
A diplomatic row may be brewing between Kenya and Somalia after Somalia's state minister at the presidency, Abishar Bukhari, was reportedly denied entry into Kenya and returned to Mogadishu over questions surrounding a Kenyan passport he was allegedly traveling with. The incident occurred on Sunday at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, where Kenyan immigration officials are said to have declined to admit the senior Somali official before placing him on a return flight to Mogadishu. Multiple media reports indicate Bukhari was denied entry specifically because of the Kenyan passport he was using to travel, though the exact circumstances surrounding the document have not been officially disclosed by either government. As of publication, neither the Kenyan nor the Somali government had issued an official statement on the incident. Reports indicate Somalia has summoned Kenya's ambassador for talks to seek clarification over the reported denial of entry to several Somali federal officials, a development that could heighten diplomatic tensions between the two neighboring countries, though this could not be independently verified. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna has signaled his exit from the Orange Democratic Movement, saying he is seeking a new political vehicle to carry his 2027 presidential bid. Speaking at a Linda Mwananchi rally in Bungoma, Sifuna said his supporters should back a new party that will take them to the ballot. He said his removal as the ODM Secretary General and Senate leader would not derail his political ambitions, including James Orengo, George Natembeya, Godfrey Osotsi, and Babu Owino, declared their support, with Osotsi revealing plans to form a new party to sponsor Sifuna's presidential candidature. A section of leaders and MCAs from Western Kenya have thrown their weight behind Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, saying National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi have failed to advance the interest of the Mulembe region. They also claim that some senior political figures are attempting to undermine leaders who have declared their support for Sifuna's political movement. The leaders say they will continue to back Sifuna, describing him as a responsible leader and saying it is time for a new generation of leadership.
Walio mioyoni, Sifuna ako kwa mioyo ya wengi sana. Lakini siku mbili zimepita, tumepata kwamba viongozi ambao ni wazee katika kaunti hii ya Kakamega wanatumika kuweza kufinyilia viongozi ambao wanajitokeza kumuunga Sifuna mkono. Na mimi nataka kuambia kwamba sisi hapa tuko, mimi ni kiongozi ambaye nimechaguliwa kwa chama cha ODM. Sifuna bado ako kwenye ODM. Na vile mtu amesema ni kwamba hii ni spirit ambayo tunalea kutoka katika mtoto wetu, na hatutaweza kuifukuza. Hatutakuwa watu wa kwanza. You know, when you are the first, when you sell your own brother, even the buyer will not trust you. I want to ask our MPs. I want to ask our leaders in Western Kenya. I want to ask our governors. This time is the time for Sifuna. Yeah. Sisi wote tunaenda kusimama nyuma ya Sifuna kwa hali na mali.
Former Kisauni Member of Parliament Ali Menza Mbogo has indicated he could ditch the ruling UDA party for Jubilee ahead of the 2027 general election, provided the party guarantees free, fair and transparent nomination. Wanza Musembi reports.
Former Kisauni MP Ali Menza Mbogo met Jubilee party leaders at the party's Coast Regional headquarters in Mombasa, where he said he was open to joining the party as he prepares to contest the Mombasa governorship.
Mimi nawaomba ndugu zangu, sisi tumejipanga, na nyinyi kuja kwetu ni kuja kutuongezea nguvu ili tuweze kushirikiana. Tukiwa wengi, the better for us.
Mbogo said his decision will depend on whether Jubilee delivers credible party nominations, saying his gubernatorial ambition remains unchanged regardless of the political party he eventually joins.
Muungano ikifanyika tu, zoni nyingine ingia. Tunaanza kuambiwa, unajua hapa sisi ndo wenyewe, hapa ni area yetu, Ndio kaona hata ile juzi mlivyokuja hapa na mkutano yenu. Jubilee, DCP, Wiper. DCP and Jubilee wali take the back seat kwa sababu Kalonzo Musyoka alisema this is a stronghold ya nani? Ya Wiper.
There is no friendship in politics. Politics is interest. Wewe kwa mfano unajua my value, lazima governor ajue value yangu ya kubali kuja kwa chama. If you don't have value, surely utakuwa unaongoza watu na una value. In politics, what is your value? Uko na watu. That's the question.
Jubilee officials said the party is rebuilding its grassroots networks across Mombasa and pledged transparent nominations as it positions itself for the 2027 general election. Wanza Musembi, Orbit TV.
Well, that story gives me time to sip a glass of water. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more stories. Welcome back. Rapid urbanization in Githunguri municipality is piling pressure on sanitation, waste management, and environmental conservation, promoting local leaders to call for urgent action. Officials have now launched a cleanup campaign aimed at tackling pollution, improving waste management, and collecting data to guide long-term environmental planning. Our reporter, Mwende Wambua, has the details.
Officials from Githunguri Water and Sanitation Company, the municipality and Kiambu County government have led a cleanup exercise, saying that to gather scientific data that will identify the types and sources of pollution affecting the growing town.
We want to move away from observations and assumptions into science-driven decision making. And our exercise here for today, we are here to collect data. We are here to characterize the pollutants that we have here in Githunguri.
Leaders say rapid population growth and industrial expansion have increased waste generation, straining drainage systems and sanitation services, while calling out property owners to dispose of waste responsibly to safeguard public health.
For us to be able to grow as a municipality, as an urban area, and be able to counter the effects of urbanization, it is important that we start now cleaning up our drainages, making sure that we are responsible waste generators.
The municipality says monthly cleanup exercises will now be held to promote environmental conservation, while plans of constructing a sewerage system next year are in place to enhance drainage.
We are also pushing to have our sewer line in Githunguri, because without good sewer line, we still have that challenge in our drainage system, because most times we find unclogged drainages in Githunguri, and it affects even our people health-wise.
Authorities are now urging residents, businesses and stakeholders to work together to keep Githunguri clean and support sustainable urban development. Reporting for Orbit TV, I'm Mwende Wambua.
Thank you, Mwende, for that story. The Kenya Maritime Authority says the shortage of sea-time training opportunities has left hundreds of marine engineering graduates unable to complete their professional certificate, despite growing opportunities in the blue economy. With Saflog Group to expand internship opportunities, industrial attachments, and practical training for maritime students. The collaboration will also support students to acquire professional certification, while KMA continues to engage more private sector players to help bridge the gap between training and employment in the maritime industry.
We have just signed this memorandum of understanding today. We are also visiting other shipping agents, shipping lines, logistics companies, and also connecting them to the training institutions so that we can have the students who graduate be able to attain the necessary experience within the industry.
It's like a symbiotic relationship between the compliance agency and us as the private sector to symbiotically build the students' welfare. And we build a quality succession plan for future leaders in the maritime sector.
Time for some sports. Harambee Starlets have suffered a heavy 4-0 defeat to host Morocco in their opening Group A match of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Rabat. Ibdissam Jiraid scored twice, while Sakina Ozru Atik added a goal each to hand the Atlas Lionesses all 3 points. Despite the setback, head coach Beldino Demba says Kenya will regroup ahead of their must-win clash against Senegal on July 30th. Captain Mwanalima Adam and youngster Valerie Nasaka say the team has learned from its mistakes and remains focused on keeping their tournament hopes alive.
First half ilifaa tuanze na bao juu tulikuwa na hiyo chance. So hiyo chance ikatokea na tujaitumia vizuri. Morocco wamepata chance yao, wametumia. So hapo ndio tunafaa tuende turekebishe.
Tucheza teamwork venye technical bench yetu wamesema tutawin. Yeah. Morocco wampata chance zao na wakatumia fiti. Sisi hatukuutilize chance zetu, but I think si kazi yetu hiyo imedai. Wacha tu focus next game. Hii leo imeisha, but it's not over until it's done.
Kenya, it's a good opponent. We know it because yeah, we did the analysis and yeah, they play well. At the first minutes we had hard times, but yeah, as a team, as a group, we know how to fix it.
We know we still have a chance. We don't think it is easy. That is why we are going back to the drawing board and see what we can capitalize on and ensure that we get a win in the coming match.
Team Kenya has opened its medal account at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow after 20-year-old weightlifter Joshua Amunga Mboya won bronze in the men's 60-kilogram category. Amunga lifted a combined total of 260 kilograms to finish third, behind Mohamed Ali Kadzan and India's Rishkantar Singh. The young Kenyan said the medal is the biggest of his career after overcoming an injury that sidelined him for months. His performance has given Team Kenya its first medal of the Games and boosted hopes of more successes in Glasgow.
Hii nimefurahia sana because hii ndo the biggest medal nimewahi pata. Ndo ya kwanza nimepata na ni kwa biggest competition. So nimefurahia sana, sijaifurahia hivi.
Jana usiku na kuamkia leo ulikuwa na mafikirio ya kuwa utaweza kushinda kitu yote leo?
Pressure ilikuwa juu because ile slot time ilitoka haikuwa ile slot ya list tuna compete na wao. Ilikuwa ngumu hapo, so nilikuwa tu focused but nilikuwa najipatia motisha prepare for hii competition.
Well, we have arrived at the destination. Hope you enjoyed the flight. I have been your one and only Captain Jesse Gitonga. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Oh, and don't forget, and now